boy, that would have been enough to move Austin all the way up to, well, moving up a spot for sure, fourth without the ground.
It's a brute. Yeah, the launch will get better. Are they manual brakes? Like no booster?
No, they're not.
Oh, God, that pedal's like hard as a rock.
They're pretty stiff. The launch will get better, don't worry about that. And you know how the tires work. Thousands off his quick right side time. One for Craner on the right, 794 reaction time. So Cal even enough at the tree to probably make the difference there on that right side run. Tom Kenna with a 50.149, 790 reaction time for Tom Kenna. Tom not finding any time on the left hand side. Your class leaders now in S5 back out on Porsche. Mark Smith, Robert Irish with warm tires coming back through the beam on the left hand side. Looks like he's going to be back first with a 48.896. And Irish finding 7/10 of a second. That's enough to get around Mark Smith. So Irish laying low yesterday, coming on strong Saturday afternoon, and this morning now leading over Mark Smith by 3/10 of a second as these guys battle back and forth. Mark Smith not finding any time on the right side, one of the 50.9, 6:17 light. Neither guy leaving much at the tree, but right now Irish putting down the time on that left side run, enough to squeak around Mr. Mark Smith. Glenn Austin now back on the right, 50.3. And Glenn Austin finding half second. So Glenn just needs to find another half second. He's going to sneak that third spot, trophy spot, away from Kevin Schultz. Andy Raw, looks like Manfred Reiser, left lane plus a cone. Manfred, that would have been a nice pickup. 6/10 without the cone, 50.0 scratch time. Andy Ross, Ralph Elder coming back at us now. Ralph in that Integra Type R. He's going to be back first with a 51.4. Nice pickup for Ralph Elder. Isley now, 47.8 for Isley. Isley finding 7.2 seconds and going all the way to the top in bump one of that Toyota Prius. Oh, wow. Jason Isley, welcome back to Solo, buddy. 47.848. Is he fine? Is that right?
That was better.
7.2
I think you
seconds.
just matched my time.
I'm having a hard time with the brakes.
Time, but hey, I am unofficial.
Why is that?
Fast to me.
It's just, it feels really hard. It's hard to, and it doesn't feel like it's slowing down, but I'm afraid I'm going to lock him up.
Crater back now.
I noticed driving your Prius, man, those things are sensitive.
Yeah.
353 red light run.
If you can give it more brake.
There we go. See, that's what happens when you just stare at your computer screens, not at what people are driving. So it looks like Jason Isley's doing some fun runs in a CSP car. That's one thing about putting the helmet stickers on the helmets. We're scanning the person, not the cars. So Mark Smith back now on the left. Mark finding 0.6 of a second. That gets him back around Robert Irish. So what a great competition we've got here in S5 as Mark Smith leading. Then Robert Irish gets around him. Now Mark Smith back around Irish as Irish does not find any time on the right side and a cone. So Mark Smith back on top, but only 1/10 of a second for these guys with one run yet to go. S5 anything but over. Glenn Austin, speaking about not over yet, Glenn Austin finding 1.1 seconds. He gets himself into that trophy spot in third spot. And that will move Kevin Schultz back to 4. So Glenn Austin now in the trophies with his best left side time of 49.666. Manfred Reiser on the right, +1. Keller would have been a 2/10 pickup without the cone for Reiser, but +1 on the right for car number 86. Andy Ross, Ralph Elder back. Ralph with 83. In there, John Hogan putting it down on the right side run. One run yet to go here in bump 1. All right, Isley back on the left, just having fun out here. Left on Ray on the right. 1.3 seconds.
You need to let the clutch go when the light comes on, the third one.
Are you going too late?
You're waiting too long.
Okay.
You're in the high 7s.
Okay. Boy, it kind of jacks up and goes off throttle in the middle of the corner.
Yeah.
You can feel the right rear tire bouncing.
Feels like it's starting to come around.
Yeah. It definitely likes to be on throttle.
Left-hand side in Studio City, California. Ron McKenna on Kuno tires. These cars in this class on Kuno. Here comes Mark Smith and Robert Irish. While they both find time, Smith with a 261 improvement, Irish with a 096 improvement. That keeps Mark Smith on top by 0.2 of a second. So Mark Smith holding on to that lead in S5 over Irish on final runs as Irish comes up just a bit short. They both had improvements on their final run, so they didn't go down without a fight. Here comes Glenn Austin, big pickup on the left, not going to do it on the right, 50.791. That'll keep Mr. Austin, though, in that third trophy spot. Kevin Schultz to take it away from him, but right now Glenn Austin in the trophies. Manfred Reiser, left lane, a 440 red-eye. No help there for him on that left side run, that Scion FRS. John Hogan, Tim Bergstrom out in their final runs as Hogan gets around Bergstrom. So it's going to come down to these runs right now, but Alexander Zust waiting in the wings. She was really dialing that car in every single run yesterday.